Hi there, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I know it's been a while, but I'm so excited to be back. In my previous video, I told you guys that I found a job and I am way more busy with this than I expected. So I unfortunately haven't had the chance to film anything and I miss it so much. So even though this video is a bit late, I am still so excited to film it. The lighting isn't great since it has been raining all day, although the sun is shining right now, but I just didn't want to wait any longer. Hi! Last month was the first time that I ever filmed a TBR video and I loved it so much. This is actually how I did in June, which is not the best because I only finished one and DNF'd another one. But that's because I found a new book series that I'm obsessed with, so I have been a little distracted. Since I liked filming it so much, I decided to just pick 5 prompts again. Because who cares, right? I mean, there is no way I'm going to read 5 books because it is already the middle of July. But still, you know, I just really want to pick some books. We don't have a book club pick this month, but I would love to get the next book in the series that I just told you about. But we will see. I have picked some books here behind me to pick our TBR from. Consisting of a lot of books I bought recently. I am going to make an in-depth video about that, so stay tuned. But for now, I think I've talked enough and Newt is obviously wanting to open the TBR jar, so I think we should. So let's pick our first prompt. We have talked about this, you cannot pick the first prompt. What are you doing? Maybe we should just ignore it and just pick our first prompt. So. Yeah, you go look at the next one. Okay, I'm going to show it to you first. Can you read that? I hope so. Been on my TBR the longest. Well, this kind of sucks because all of these books behind me are new books, so I would have to pick something else. I believe I got this prompt last time too, and then I picked The Golden Sun by Pierce Brown, and now I'm going to pick something else, but I just told you that all the books behind me are new books, but some of them have been on my TBR for a long time. Am I going to do this again? Am I going to pick this book twice in a row? You know what? I think I'm going to have to. I think I'm going to pick Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands by Heather Fawcett. And if you saw my previous video, I picked it then too, because this book has been on my TBR for so long. I have read the first book in the series, I believe almost 2 years ago now, maybe even longer, I really don't know. And I have to read this one so badly. I even bought it now, so I had to push myself, but for some reason I still didn't read it last month. So I think we should try to push ourselves, persevere, and just put it on our TBR again. Am I going to read it this month? I don't know. Maybe this will finally be the month that I will read it. I am going to put this one on my TBR for the month of July. Again. I know. Our next prompts. By the way, Newt is not gone. He's just laying right over here. He just has to be on camera every time I start to film. I don't know why. I think it's just being a drama queen. But we love that, so can't blame him. Our next prompts. I'm going to show it to you first again. I really don't know if you can see any of this, but still. A book with a number in the title. Do we have one? No, we don't. So I'm going to have to see if I have any on my physical TBR. I'll be right back. Well, I unfortunately haven't found any book with a number in the title. Can you believe that? How do I have so many books and not have one with a number in the title that I haven't read yet? But like I said, I haven't found one, but I did find another book that I forgot to put on my little physical TBR behind me. So I'm going to add that right now. But for the prompt, a book with a number in the title, I think I'm going to have to pick One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. To be honest, I am not really a romance reader, but I have read a couple of other romance books and I haven't really liked any of them except for Ever Summer After by Kylie Fortune. And I heard that some of the characters from that book actually also appear in this book, so I might just try it. And I mean, it is summer after all. I am going to expose myself and tell you that I am not a summer person. I just don't like the summer season. But you know, to maybe get a little more in the mood, I should read a summer book. So you know what? I'm just going to do it. I am going to put One Golden Summer by Kylie Fortune on my TBR as well. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. It might be really fun since, like I said, it's summer, we can get in the mood. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think it's a good one. As for our third prompt. I have two. Go away. Okay, I found another one. Okay. A book with talking animals or objects. I have the most perfect book for this one. I love that I got this prompt. So, I just told you that I have been obsessed with a new book series. And that series is the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. For some reason I have such a hard time to pronounce that. But the Dungeon Crawler Carl series by Matt Dinneman, and I love them so much. I am actually already on the third book and I started this one last night. So I don't know if it counts, but I'm going to count it. It's called The Dungeons Anarchist Cookbook, and like I said, it's the third one in the series, and there is a talking animal in this one. She's called Princess Donut and she is my favorite character overall. If you don't know what this book series is about, it's about Carl and he is at home with his ex-girlfriend's cat, and when his cat escapes to the outside, he goes after her to catch her. But when he's outside, suddenly all buildings on Earth implode. And apparently that's because aliens have taken over the world, but it's really weird because they have taken over the world in a weird sense, because all the humans that survived have to participate in a game show. So Carl enters with his girlfriend's cat, Princess Donut. I know that sounds really weird. It's kind of like a really big video game and I am obsessed with it. I just can't put these books down. This one is kind of a chonker and I believe that the next books in the series are even worse. But I just love it so much and I can't wait to continue this. So I'm so glad that we got this one. I'm so glad. I was going to read this anyway, but I like that's on TBR now. So we already have our third book. So for the fourth book. You can see it first again. I am getting better at that. Last time, for some reason, I just looked at them myself. But okay, did you see it? A book with a grey cover. I have to have one of those, right? Let me check. That's definitely not grey. I wish it was though. Are we going to count this because it's greyish silver on the bottom? You know, it is my video. I could just choose. Please give me a break. I don't think I have a lot of great books on my TBR. And I do really want to read this one. You know what? I am going to choose this one. This is Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. This is the third book in the Empyrean series. And the first book is Fourth Wing. I know this has been out for like half a year already, but I haven't read it yet. And there is a little grey on the cover. Please don't think I'm cheating. Is it cheating? Maybe a little bit, but I really want to read this and I just really want to pick something from here and not just have to see what's on my physical TBR again. So I think we're going to do this. I'm sorry if you don't agree. And for our final book already, how are these videos going so quickly? I just don't know, but okay. For our last pick of the month. Oh my god, I don't know what it is yet, but I already saw it's a red one and that's not a good thing for me. Okay, what does it say? A book out of my comfort zone. Well, that kind of sucks because one Golden Summer was already a little out of my comfort zone, but do I have one that's out of my comfort zone? I actually do. This is a book I have been wanting to read for a very long time, but I've never read it because it is romance. You know, I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to pick Happy Place by Emily Henry. I don't have this one physically, so I think I'm going to read it on my Kindle. But I have been wanting to read this for so long because I have read a couple of Emily Henry books and I didn't love them. But this story sounds more up my alley, so I really want to read it. And I also think that it fits perfect with the summer vibes again. So I'm going to pick that one. That was actually kind of easy. I didn't really realize it was going to be this easy. That's actually all the books that we were going to pick. How is this going by so quickly? That happened the last time too. But fortunately, we do have some books I could show you this time, because last time I had only one physical book and the others were all on my Kindle. So I do have to show you something. That's really nice, I guess. But it went by so quickly. I didn't expect that. It was so easy to just pick all of these, and we are not going to talk about Onyx Storm. Okay, just let me have this one. I'm struggling. As you saw from last time, I can't promise you I'll read all of these, especially since it's already in the middle of July. But we'll quickly go through all of the books that are on my July TBR. So for the first prompt, we picked Been on my TBR the longest, and for that one, I again picked Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands by Heather Fawcett. This has been on my TBR for so long, and I hope I'm finally going to read it, but I can't promise anything. But this is our first book. Our next prompt, I believe, was a book with a number in the title. And for that one, I picked One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. Unfortunately, I can't show you that physically, but that's fine. For the third book, my favorite prompt was a book with a talking animal or object. And for that one, obviously, I picked The Dungeon Anarchist Cookbook by Matt Dinneman, which I'm so excited about. Like I said, I already started it. I'm only 20 pages in, but I am loving it so much already. So can't wait to read this. I am definitely going to finish this in July. Can't really say that from all of the other books, but this one I'm definitely going to finish. The fourth one, I believe, was a book with a grey cover, and we have talked about this. I picked Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros, and I hope you're not mad at me because it is grey, silver grey. Please tell me it counts. I think it counts. So that's our fourth book. And for our fifth prompt, we had a book that's out of my comfort zone. And for that one, I picked Happy Place by Emily Henry. So a lot of books, but even a couple of summer books. I mean, I really am someone who likes to read seasonal books in that season, but like I said, I'm not really a fan of summer, so I normally don't really read summery books. I mean, I have. You know what? Let's not go on that tangent. But as you saw from last time, I can't promise you I'll read all of these, but I can't wait to see which one I will read and what I rate them. Will this finally be the month that I will read Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands? We will see. As always, do let me know if you read any of these books and what you thought about them. I am going to try to film more because I have missed this so much and I have a lot of ideas, and I actually already started a couple of them. So stay tuned. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon in my next video. Newt, say bye. Anyway, have a great rest of your day. Bye!